Because if you're in your mid-30s, you know that said divorce directly played into your ability to have children. Where are you guys?
Amen? Now all of this financial burden with my children is on me? Like he doesn't have to pay nothing of it? Nothing?
I'm divorced. I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me. $326 a month.
All right, ladies, if you're a stay-at-home mom and your backup plan in case of divorce is your ex-husband is going to pay alimony and child support, listen up. When I filed for divorce from my ex-husband, he was making over $200,000 a year. I kicked him out in October of 2018. He paid me
emotionally be in control.
Guys, how many of you watching this video who agree with this lady that she's crying because of love, or she's crying because her marriage is crashed? No, the reason why she's crying is just because of the
all those who have been sharing and subscribing my YouTube channel. Yeah, I love you guys. So today I brought for you that lady. She regrets leaving her husband, thinking that she will get much money for child support. But at the end of the journey, things were not moving on the way she calculated everything. Things were not moving on, and things became more harder. She said, I became more sad. At first I thought things were going to be just deep and fine, but at the end of the day, things became more worse. Things became more, as ladies, we divorce thinking that things are going to be on our way, things are going to be easy, things are going to be that much as we want them, but forgetting that there is a life with a man and there is a life after the man. Even when he gives you that child support, he can't provide to you the way you feel like when you're at his home or when you're staying with him. So we tend to forget that. Like when you leave your money's place, things are going to get hard. And if you're to see this video, I don't know why she's even crying, because it's like she didn't focus on the kids she's going with. She didn't focus on the kids she's leaving out. She focused on money. Or if you're to listen to this story, she's focusing on the money she thought she was getting. So now she's traumatized. She needs hope. She needs support. She needs attention. But do you think...
I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me. $326 a month. Because he's not working. Because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun. And I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license, so technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week, approximately, is how many hours he works per week. Grown man. Grown, able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about, says he works 15 hours a week, which I think is kind of a high estimate. I'd put it more at like 0 hours per week. So $326 a month for 2 kids. Fun, right? And this is after I was super gracious and let him keep his parenting time. The guardian ad litem recommended 0 parenting.
Yeah, things are not moving all the way she calculated them. So, but why do most ladies divorce then after they regret afterwards? Like, they don't first think about it, that I'm divorcing, this is going to go on my way, or someone just divorced thinking that things are going to become straight, things are going to be normal, and she is going to enjoy. Someone quits her marriage to go and enjoy the wild life, the sweet life, thinking that, no, you know what, this is not proper for me. Maybe I left the outside world. But I think this comes when someone didn't have time to enjoy, when that person is still young. If they don't get time to enjoy, what do you expect? Still, they will find time. They will think the outside life, it's easier than the marriage life. But after going out there and testing the life, when it isn't the way they calculated it, then they will regret and they may want to go back, and you may want to go back to the person who's not willing to take you back because you quitted. And now where is your space? It's already expired and you feel like you want to really go back. It's funny, but guys, I think as ladies, we should sort ourselves. Before you make a decision or before you move on with life, first sit and see, will this work for me? Are you prepared mentally, physically? Are you prepared? If you're not prepared, my dear, just sit and have your man. Prepare your man, and you can change your mind in whatever way you want, than quitting to the roads and the roads become difficult for you. Yes, guys, thank you for subscribing.
As a grown man with no disabilities, with a career history of 6 figures, I have full custody of the kids. And when the commissioner last week in court asked him how he gets paid and why he doesn't have pay stubs, he said, most of my customers just pay me cash or Zelle. He had his mom, who has Alzheimer's, move in with him for a year to avoid working at all. And the month that the judge said that he didn't have to work that year because of his mom, he put her in a nursing home in Texas.
How do you not let this destroy you? Because if you're in your mid-30s, you know that said divorce directly played into your ability to have children. Where are you guys? And do you need me as badly as I need you? Or have you somehow miraculously figured it all out? And how did I end up here? And I'm trying so hard to find the good parts of this new reality or dimension that I'm in. And I am finding them in pieces, but the loss and the pain and the confusion of what I thought my life didn't really want to keep going anymore. And her response was to hand me the phone 24 hours after this conversation happened, to hand me the phone and tell me to call a hotline or a therapist, and then left the room. I told her to come back in the room to have an adult conversation with me and to share with her that what she had just done was the most dangerous thing you could do to someone who is struggling with their mental health. So for their 43rd anniversary, I'm going to celebrate by not celebrating and coming clean about the second most difficult part of my divorce.
Yes, guys, thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing. You can add a commentary according to what you see. Yeah, the lady, if you're to look at the lady, she's crying, she's so traumatized, she doesn't know what next, she doesn't know what to do, she is just thinking out of the box. What I can advise this lady, let her first sit and go and think, not just to talk just like that. And even if you're to see, she is minded about the dollar she was talking about, what she wants to get. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This is Spotlight News. Thank you for commenting, liking. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Bye bye. Have a lovely day.
Time. She went to grad school. My father refused to finish college. He did not get a full-time job, so he never had a 401k. He never brought in health insurance. My mother was the one who did all of that, and she wasn't able to do it on one income, so her family contributed financially instead of my father. Now, my mother went back to work while my father took care of me while I was an infant. And when my mother fell ill a few years later, my father ended up taking on the caretaker role. So, it's not like he was 100% incompetent or incapable, but there were issues. And I internalized those and I heard conversations about them and I developed beliefs around this. One of the most fundamental things that I learned was that you need to ensure that the man is comfortable emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, at all costs, including your own well-being. I also learned that you're supposed to go to therapy to find ways of suppressing your basic needs so that the man's needs can be met and you can live copacetically. My mother also taught me that I would never get to keep a man if I didn't put out. She would give me tips on how to boost my father's ego when it was clear that he needed it. And so I just really developed these fundamental beliefs that my survival was dependent on making